This video is a cut-down version of a class Poshy gave on Deathslam Academy, a community founded by Deathy for players who want to improve at Deadlock. To watch the entire class and take part in upcoming ones, sign up with the link below using code POSHY10 at checkout.
Does anyone here in the class VOD review their own gameplay? Can you guys tell me some things that you do during your self VOD reviews? Like what do you do? Like generally, how do you self VOD review? Well, what's your process? I also look through games I played really well and find a mistake I wasn't aware of in the moment, or I find no mistakes and ship it off to a coach and tell me what I miss. Let's take a look at my buys and see if they're a better item that I could have bought at the moment. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna expand way past these things. There's gonna be like lots of other things that you should do. When it comes to self VOD review, guys, I'll start off with the most important thing in my opinion when it comes to self VOD reviews. In my opinion, guys, what you should always do first for self VOD review, I think the most important thing out of everything is to start by watching someone else's VOD. I know that sounds crazy, but the reason for that is it's very important to have a frame of reference. And what I'm trying to say is like, okay, I'm not saying everyone is so bad that we have to watch someone better. Personally, you guys might view me as someone that's conventionally very good at the game, but I still take time to watch other people's VODs. Like I watch my teammates AVG's VOD, I've watched Sonya Sniper's VODs, and these players you can argue are objectively better or worse, doesn't matter, right? But the point is we're getting a different perspective on how we play the game. Usually with these different perspectives that we have, we can expand our thinking in our gameplay and expand how we basically review, like how we watch our own gameplay. So for example, if you start your day like, okay, I want to VOD review, and you start your day by watching, I don't know, let's say you're a frontline player and you watch Together's VOD. You can see how Together does things, right? You're like, oh wow, that's really interesting. And then you watch your own VOD and you watch what you do, and now you think of the things that he was doing, and then you incorporate it into your own gameplay. So I think by far, this is one of the most important things to do in any VOD review. And it's not because you're trying to mimic or copy their gameplay, it's inspiration. That right there is, in my opinion, top most important thing. I will put like a subcategory here. These are basically synonymous. So they're basically the same. Watching someone else's VOD and having someone else watch your VOD with you is one-to-one. The only caveat with having someone else watch your VOD is they might not be the best, strongest player in the world to watch. Noctra says, I watched Osis play Wraith and he ran boxes 24/7. Yeah, you know, if you're a Wraith player and you watch Osis play and you watch your own gameplay, like, huh, like you just learn a lot off of that. The reason that this is important is we don't want to copy gameplay. We are simply gaining inspiration from how they do things / what they do. On your own VODs, what kind of games should you be looking to review? That's actually a really good question. Generally, any game can be sufficient to VOD review, but I would say if you're looking to improve the quickest, if you're looking to see the most gain, it should probably be losses or games that you were very confused on. Games where you felt like you literally could do nothing. There was someone in one of the Deathslam, but in the Deathslam Academy general chat where they're like, oh, you know, I'm playing the game and I'm losing lane, I'm getting invaded, and I'm dying under my walker. Like those games where you feel like that you have no control whatsoever about what's happening around you are the best ones to review. And those rarely happen. When you find one of those games or you experience one of those games, it's really important you're on top with your review and you're like, okay, we need to look immediately about what happened because this game has so much value because it's a rare occurrence. So what we're actually going to do is we're not going to start with your VOD immediately. We're actually going to watch a pocket player, like one of the best pocket players play pocket. We're going to do that through StatLocker. So we're going to look, oh, look at that, Deathy streaming. We're going to go to the, let's say StatLocker leaderboard, and we're going to look for pocket, and we're going to look for the top pocket player, Idorian. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Top pocket player, Idorian, the Schmovement King. So let's look at Idorian, and hopefully he has a pocket game recently. So look at this. Perfect. So we'll start by reviewing the laning phase. I like, this is all impromptu in a way. Like I have not reviewed this VOD at all. We're going to take some time to just kind of watch what's going on. And I want you guys to observe what's happening with Idorian. Like, what is he doing? We're going to watch his laning phase real quick, see what he's doing. And then we're going to go to Cash Money's VOD and review his laning phase. Obviously, by the way, guys, I want you to all be pretty mindful that the matchup in which Idorian is in is going to be dependent on how he plays the lane. So the matchup that you have, Cash Money, might not be the same matchup that Ido has in this game. So just be mindful that he might be playing in this way, respective to the matchup. So don't assume, okay, this is the default way to play pocket. It's the way that he's playing pocket into this matchup. But regardless, we can still kind of watch and see how he's playing the game in the laning phase. So it seems like to me so far, he's been playing very aggressive, very aggro, level 1, looking to trade with Paige. And we're just kind of noting like what he's doing, right? His Mystic Burst. Is trading a lot with his gun. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of looks like a bad Idorian game, guys. It looks like he dies quite a bit. He dies too, and he gets parried. It's still fine though, it'll still be good. It'll still be value. Yeah. It'll be good to see what he does. Cause this game, by the way, he was like king. He was first place, performance, everything.
I'll be back.
So he trades 1 for 1. I mean, overall, guys, so far what we can say is like Idorian is playing extremely aggressive, extremely aggro in this lane. Why does he trade so much into the lane with lots of burst? I mean, listen, I'm not the pocket aficionado. I'm not Idorian, but if I had to guess on why, maybe he thinks he's just straight up stronger early. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, he's buying Mystic Burst Cold Front, rushing 2 points Cloak, and he wants to do it maybe before Great Talon gets his level 2 charge shot. That's the only explanation on why. Sometimes top players play incorrectly, and maybe he's not playing optimally, but regardless, it's what he's doing, right? I mean, what I'll say about his aggression, though, guys, is he's not just blatantly aggro. He's not playing brain dead aggro. He is playing calculated aggro within his cooldowns. I think this is what we're seeing, is he's not just kind of running at the enemy. Like, it makes sense what he's doing. He's walking up to the enemy and trading like when he has his cooldowns constantly. He's never really like trading too hard into the enemy when he doesn't have his cooldowns. Now, there was that instance level 1 where we saw him kind of shoot the enemy a little bit without his cooldowns. But overall, like, he's playing calculated aggressively. You think him being aggressive is a general thing on pocket or a specific matchup? General thing on pocket. General thing on pocket, and it could be a thing with matchmaking as well. It could be that he's in matchmaking and that he's limit testing. He's able to go aggro because Page. Yep, that's another good point as well. Let me write that down. How do you know to make a guess like that? What does level 2 charge shot have to do with anything? Level 2 charge shot? It's a spike. Great talent spike. So this is me. Essentially what I just did there, Isolate, was saying Idorian could be playing aggressive before Grey Talon gets his level 2 charge shot, which is spike, which is when Grey Talon would be stronger than when he currently spawns in the lane. Does that make sense? I've had really strong laners play super passive against a Wraith 7 because they were playing aggro. Could be mind game. Yeah, it could be mind game. It could just be like, I mean, Idorian is like a confident player. So he could be confident in his mechanics and be like, you know, I'm better than these guys, and just like win it straight up. Like, I'm him, like Gojo type beat. How do you know or go about learning spikes? I never think about those in lane. My recommendation for you, Isolate, to learn hero spikes is to simply play heroes. I know it's kind of like a friendship is magic type answer, but truly, like, play all the heroes in Deadlock. Like, learn what they do. Like, check their builds. Like, the Snowball Challenge or the Christmas Challenge, sorry, is actually a great avenue to go about learning all the spikes for every heroes. Yeah, if you do the Ornament Challenge, you will play every hero, so in turn you'll learn them a little more. The Ornament Challenge is actually like, it's like homework. All right, let's continue though. Let's continue, guys. So we'll say double Spirit Buy as well. And what I'll say about lane, guys, is you want to look about 0 to 10 minutes. How do you recognize situations where it was a good play on your side but didn't play out, and vice versa when it's a terrible play but somehow it worked? Sounds easy to accidentally review yourself wrong, but it's difficult. That's kind of the purpose of this point here that I made. The most important thing for any VOD review is starting by watching someone else's VOD, because truly in some situations where like you're questioning, okay, whether this was correct or incorrect, it's hard to come to that conclusion without any kind of external input. So like if I'm watching something that I did, I'm trying to figure out whether it's good or bad. I don't ponder the question solo by myself and think for like 10 hours. I ask a lot of people around me. Like I'll ask AVG, I'll ask my teammates, we'll VOD review together, we'll look at the situation together, I'll ask for input from my friends. But the easiest way to go about it is to simply pull up someone else's VOD. All right, let's keep going, guys. So I mean, this is like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I would not play pocket this aggressive at all. So either Idorian knows something that we don't, or this guy is just like him. Buys heal right, run boxes. Crazy kill on Paradox there. Run some boxes. Takes 2-1 camp. Insane aggression still. Insane aggression. Like crazy, crazy aggression. Just goes straight in. Looks like he gets a double kill, or he only gets a single kill with the heroes, but it's basically a double kill. And by the way, guys, the lane that he's versing is actually a very strong duo. This is Tanner, and this is Arctic. So these are actually pretty good players, my old teammates. It's not like he's versing like Jerry from his construction job. Like, these are actual like Deadlock guys. I think the better your mechanics are, the more aggressive you can afford to be. Yeah, and I think that's a good observation. I think we're gonna put that down. When watching others' VODs, should you choose the games they dominate, lose, or play even? Within the context of reviewing your own VOD, you want to compare it to something great. You want to compare your own VOD to like an amazing game. So I would say always, it's probably one of their best games. Now, that's not to say there is not value in watching Ido have a bad game. I think there's immense value in that. So if you want to reflect, like review your own gameplay, top VOD, right? Top player VOD, good VOD. But if you want to kind of learn like some other things, maybe watch them have a bad game. Yeah, your own VOD can be whatever. It can be a good game, it can be a bad game, it can be an okay game, it can be anything. You just want like, I mean, that's insane, like that damage. So there, this is a very calculated play. He gets his 3 barrage stacks. He has his 4.8k spirit spike, and he makes an aggressive play to kill Grey Talon. So I'll write this down here. So he does that because not only he has that spike and the 3 barrage, but it's also a squishy matchup. I've heard some pros say that some people force a 4.8k spike too much, that they're unwilling to buy any laning items, but Ido still bought healing right in the right situation. Exactly, that's a great observation, Slingpod, yeah. The reason that people say it's bad to rush the 4.8k spike is mainly because people don't play around it enough. So what Idorian did and what we saw, he played very within alignment to his 4.8k spike. It's not like he rushed his 4.8k spirit spike and AFK'd and just like played the lane normally. He rushed his 4.8k spirit spike and then played aggressively in conjunction with that spike, right? So why pro players don't recommend that is because people rush it and they don't do anything, right? Which is fine to an extent. You don't have to kind of run at the enemy right when you hit your spike, but then why build the spike at all? Is there surely might be a better option than rushing your 4.8k spike. So he's too low HP to take centers here, guys. He can't take centers. Once again, insane aggression. He has Page, so he knows he's confident. I mean, just absolute like crazy aggression. Misses the affliction is what it is. I mean, look at how low he is, guys. And he's just, oh my god. He's just one-shotting the heroes. Yeah. I mean, once again, look at this guy. Still go. What? He's just running him down. And now 10k souls. It's not like Ido just magically spawned in those kills and magically did this and like randomly did this. What led to Idorian from starting the lane 2 deaths? Like he was 2 death homeless, see, like 2 deaths. How did he come back into the game? So Justice said Spirit Spike, let them play into you, playing aggro. Like, I think that he knows he has the micro to do it. Like, he is confident in his mechanics. And it's not only that he's confident in mechanics, but that he's confident in general. He's not hesitating on these aggressive plays. He's not second guessing these aggressive plays. He's just making them and full sending on them. And you can tell when we're watching this VOD of him play, the opponents are actually like, you can tell like it's not at all what they're expecting. There's like this chaos factor when he's behind. Isn't it just in general play risky when behind? Yes, but I think it's depending on the perspective that you ask for. For me personally, I think for my role, if I play aggressive when I'm behind, my game can be over. So in the context of how Idorian's playing Pocket though, he views that he can still win the lane when he's behind, which makes sense because he has the mechanics and he's playing a hero that has very strong spikes. Like his level 2 cloak is insane. So I mean, we can see here like the abilities. He rushed level 2 cloak and that was at about, I mean, we would have to go back into the VOD, but that was about when he started getting the kills. When he got level 2 cloak and when he got his 4.8k spirit spike is when he started really amping up the pressure. How do you find pro players to review when maining a less played character? What you would do, Zax, is you would go to statlocker.gg. I'm not sponsored or anything. This is actually just like the resource that I would use. I would go to over here, the leaderboard, and then you go to StatLocker leaderboard. Do not go to Valve Hero leaderboard because this is bugged. You go to Hero, Global Leaderboard, and you search up. So you want to do Victor. Go to Victor. Look at that. Raw Dogger. This makes a lot of sense. Like, this guy's actually really good at Victor. This is like one of the best NA players for Victor to watch. And then you simply watch this guy. Like, don't get me wrong, his PP isn't that high, but there's one thing that he's good at, and he's good at Victor. 65% win rate. And then there's also like that word of mouth kind of thing. Like, I know that Sonya snipers are really good M1 players, so I just watch him. There you go. All right, Cash Money, it's your turn now.
In addition to the Deathland classes, if you want to get your own VOD reviewed by Poshy, go to coachlock.gg to book a one-on-one coaching session.